thank you to all my true fans and all the people that actually watch my stuff and they keep up with me and all the people that actually watch my stuff.
Well, guys, Hawk Tuah, spit on that thing. Hawk Tuah, spit on his penis. Hawk Tuah, eject saliva from your mouth onto a male's genital region. These are all things that mean the same thing. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know where I was going with that. Let's move on. She's back. She has more bullshit to spew. There's no need for a long intro. It's the Hawk Tuah Girl. Now, if you've been keeping up with this whole Hawk Tuah situation, which is one of the worst 3-word combinations of all time, you already know what's going on. If you don't, well then I'll try and give you like a 30-second rundown. I might miss some things, but just keep in mind, we're talking about a girl who got famous off a 7-second clip about spitting on wieners, so pretty low stakes stuff here, okay? But basically, like a month or two ago, Ms. Hawk Tuah, aka Haliey Welch, got caught up in a crypto scam. Apparently, some crypto bros approached her, pitched the idea of this Hawk coin, she bought into it, she attached her name to it, her face to it, and as soon as it launched, as you would probably expect, it was a rug pull. Now, once this happened, Ms. Hawk Tuah went MIA. The fact that this was one big scam hit the internet, and then for like 7 or 8 weeks, nothing was heard from her whatsoever. That was until today, or yesterday when you're watching this, when a quote leaked segment from her podcast made it to Twitter, where she talks about her side of the story, which honestly seems to pretty much line up with what I've thought from the beginning, which is that she was kind of tricked into doing this, and that she genuinely just did not know any better. The people who organize these scams, it's pretty common for them to approach somebody that they think won't really have any idea of what's going on. That way they have a willing party who's the face of this coin, who's also going to help this coin get recognition. Now, as we've talked about in the past, that doesn't necessarily fully excuse this. There should have been some independent research. There should have definitely been a this is a too good to be true moment. But I mean, a victim of a scam is a victim of a scam, and a victim of a scam seems to be a better descriptor of Miss Hawk Tuah than a scammer. Now, of course, that's just my opinion, but I mean, all the evidence we have does seem to sort of point towards that likely being the truth. As we've talked about before, the average person does not know what a crypto scam is. I'd honestly say that the only thing the average person knows about crypto is that Bitcoin used to be really cheap and now it's really expensive. When that's like the public perception of crypto, somebody coming to you and saying, hey, this crypto coin can make you and your fans a whole lot of money, you might not question it if you just don't know any better. So while it's very easy and honestly kind of fun to criticize Miss Hawk Tuah, I think she's telling the truth. But you can form your own opinions because we're about to watch this quote leaked segment. All right, let's begin. Please subscribe.
I want to start by saying thank you to all my true fans and all the people that actually watch my stuff and they keep up with me. We're trying to sort out all the pieces and stuff to like get all this figured out.
Okay, so this is not like really relevant to the actual situation here, but I want to ask you guys a question. Is it just me, or did the first like 10 seconds of this video look like AI? I don't know what it is. I can't quite place it, but when I first saw this, I was like, oh, this is obviously fake. And then I kept watching it, I was like, oh, wait, maybe it's not. Something about her face in this beginning bit right here, it seems wrong. It looks like AI. Like the mouth is moving at the wrong pace for what's coming out of her mouth. It's like when you get those weird voiceover videos where you can just tell that it's not real. That's what I thought this was, and I'm still not fully convinced that it's not.
And make everything right. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry.
No, don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry. Everything's gonna be good. We're gonna be good.
Why the fuck is FaZe Banks here? Like a damn Family Guy cutaway or something. What is he doing here? Out of all the people you could have gotten on your podcast to talk about your crypto scam, you choose FaZe Banks? I mean, I guess he's like kind of known as a crypto guy, but really? Okay. Whatever.
And guys, listen, just as a temperature check, I just want to say, the first thing that she said to me off camera was, the minute you DM'd me, I really wish I just texted you and called you. And that speaks to me because of how I was introduced to crypto, and we'll get into that. But I'm also kind of on the back end of things too. Like their team's been very forthcoming. My team is vetting them the fuck out right now and has been for the last week. Thread Guy and Frank, they're going to be on this episode. It's such a weird blend and mash of worlds. No,
it rolled out.
Don't cry, Haliey. It's fine. It's all going to be okay. Life is going to be okay. Oh, Haliey, no.
Oh, don't do that. Don't stare at me.
No.
This is like a top 5 most awkward thing I've ever covered on my channel, especially considering the fact that FaZe Banks tweeted out that he was just trying to smash after this got leaked. So, you know, that's cool.
No.
You just
You're
yeah,
adorable.
Just
and
give
it's
us a
gonna be
minute.
okay. It's gonna be okay.
Well, so basically, how this idea got brought to me, it was supposed to be like what do they call it, a long-term coin. And the guy that ran the account, he was like, "Oh, we're gonna change like the way everybody thinks of crypto. Crypto's gonna be a good place." And I feel really bad for all the people that got affected by it, and it just didn't go the way I planned.
Okay, so like obviously this is a pretty easy cop-out. Like if I pulled a crypto scam, which I don't know if I'm big enough for that yet, I'll let you guys know. Maybe it'll happen in the next 6 months or so. But I mean, this is what I would say too. Oh, I didn't know any better. They tricked me. I got scammed. It wasn't you guys. But I don't know. For some reason, I just believe it. It just seems like this is what happened. I don't know if there's enough evidence or information out there right now to definitively say what actually happened. But this just seems like the truth. Now, is that influenced by me thinking that Miss Hawk Tuah might not be the brightest bulb? Who can say? But I just feel like this is probably what actually happened.
And all the money out of this episode is getting donated to all the animals that have been affected by the fires up here.
And I'll match it. Me, Ricky, I'll match it, whatever.
Okay. I mean, I guess that's a kind gesture, but here's a crazy thought. Maybe give it back to the people who got scammed? No? Okay, I mean, that would be my first idea, but no, okay. I guess I can't really complain about like a donation to animals, but I don't know, this seems kind of misplaced.
It's really, really important for me to make sure that we address everything and get through all of exactly what happened. I think that it's really, really important at this point to be totally transparent about everything that happened with you and your partners and this launch and in crypto and what makes this bad and what makes what Iggy Azalea is doing maybe even good and what makes Trump's doing different, right? I want to get through all that.
Guys, I swear I learn something new every day doing this job. Iggy Azalea is doing a crypto scam? Who the fuck is buying the Iggy Azalea coin? Like the Iggy Azalea who wrote Fancy? Honestly, 5 minutes ago, I could not have told you if she was even alive or not. Who was following Iggy Azalea close enough to buy the fucking Iggy Azalea coin? That's like the most shocking thing I've heard all week. Honestly, not even really sure what to do with that information. Changed my worldview, but that's not what's important. We can talk about Iggy Azalea another day. Now, obviously, this podcast segment being, quote, leaked, and I'm gonna say quote every time because there's no way this just got leaked. A perfectly cut clip of her talking about how she feels about all this and how it happened. This was intentionally released. I feel like that kind of hurts the narrative that I am pushing, to be honest, that she didn't do anything wrong, like that she didn't know what she was doing. Like that seems like a weird thing to leak, but who knows? Maybe they just wanted to get ahead of the curve. Maybe just trying to get something out there that at least resembles a statement while they edit the episode. Nobody can know for sure. All I know is that if there was ever an internet celebrity that I can wholeheartedly believe had no fucking clue what they were doing when they got tied up in a crypto scam, it's gonna be Miss Hawk Tuah. You can interpret that statement how you'd like to. I won't step in. Well, guys, what do you think? Where do you lie on the Miss Hawk Tuah spectrum? Do you think that she was fully aware of what was going on and she chose to scam the people who bought the Hawk coin? Do you think that she was tricked? She was kind of scammed in a way? What are you thinking? How are you feeling? How do you feel learning that Iggy Azalea is still relevant enough to pull off a crypto scam? Because I can't like be the only person who that's brand new information to. Surely. At the end of the day, I do kind of feel bad for Haliey. She was sort of like catapulted into this role overnight, and like, yeah, you can say that she didn't have to take advantage of it, but I mean, why wouldn't she? The fact that the team around her did not protect her from shit like this, and seemingly even encouraged it, I don't know, that's kind of rough when you're paying these people what I assume is a pretty hefty amount of money to, you know, keep you out of those situations. Never thought I'd be rooting for the Hawk Tuah girl, but you know what? Fuck it. I hope she recovers from this. Unless, you know, she actually did know she was scamming people, then in that case, you know, you can disregard that. So yeah.